Before I tell you why I'm quitting, I want to begin by telling you a story. So it was the 15th of April 2000. At about 7:30 in the morning, my stepdad burst into my room screaming and crying, "I can't wake you, Mum." In the fog of waking up, trying to register what I'd just been told, I scrambled to the living room as quickly as I could, and that 5 seconds was the longest 5 seconds of my life. I opened the door and saw my mother slumped on the sofa. I could see that she was gone, but I would still reach out to try and check for a pulse, but there was none. I was nearly 18 and my mother was 54 when she had the heart attack that killed her. The next few weeks were a blur. I limped through the funeral and I was running on autopilot. Soon after the funeral, I remember getting a call from my mother's doctor. He had been our family doctor since I was born and he wanted to know how I was doing. It also gave me an opportunity to ask some of those unanswered questions, like how does a 54-year-old woman die of a heart attack? Now, the only real comfort and closure I got from the conversation with him was knowing that the heart attack was so major that my mother would have known nothing about it. Now, ever since I found my mother that morning, I have always known that I wanted to help people, but I never knew in what capacity. So instead of trying to find my direction in life, I simply followed the crowd and do what everyone else does. I went to university and started chasing the money. But over the coming months and years, things had started to change. The novelty had disappeared and my life had become very routine. I drank the same coffee every day, I spoke to the same customers every day, and I took the same journey to work every day. Everything was the same until one Saturday night 8 years ago when I found Fork Over Knives. Coincidentally, it was a couple of days later after watching Fork Over Knives that I was sat at work when I come across a website that hit me like a lightning bolt, just as Fork Over Knives did. The website had a list of life rules. So I started reading the rules. Number 233, never settle. Rule number 168, make a difference. Rule number 164, show some passion. And rule number 59, love your job. And the impact that Fork Over Knives and the rules on that website have followed me every day since. Since losing my mother, my father and sister also died prematurely, and this only strengthened my resolve in helping others. Now, when I went into work, I always thought that I would make a small difference in the world, but having gone through these life traumas and finding Fork Over Knives, I realised I was just treading water and was just another employee. And this created a massive problem because although I knew I wanted to help others and I had found an incredible passion for nutrition, I had absolutely no idea how I was going to follow my passion. Now, over the last 7 years, I've had so many different jobs, but I've come to realise that it's all of these failed ventures that have helped shape me into what I'm supposed to be doing with the rest of my life. It's every resignation, every termination, every good boss, every bad boss, every HR meeting, it's every clocking in, it's every job that I hated. It's finding Fork Over Knives, studying for a Masters in Nutrition. It's about next year doing a PhD in Nutritional Science. It's about starting a YouTube channel. But most importantly, it's about helping people. So now that's what my focus is, and that's what I'm doing. As of Thursday last week, I clocked in for the last time. I quit my job. I am putting all my efforts into nutrition. I am putting all my efforts into YouTube, and I am putting all my efforts into helping people. I no longer care about the rat race. I no longer care about the money. I no longer care about working for someone else's dream. So here I am. I am now a full-time YouTuber and soon to be PhD student. And I have absolutely no idea of what the future holds. All I know is that I want to help the world go vegan, one person at a time. So as of today, I am doing daily videos and I'm going to take this channel to a whole new level. I am now following my dreams and hopefully I am making my mother proud.